Brothers and sisters, my generals, if we are alive and breathing, we are back to conquer another day, another year, and another decade. Remember, there are those who didn't wake up last night or even this morning, so good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whatever time zone that you're in. And I thank thy ancestors for waking me up this morning, because it's early. It is 3:19 or 3:29, in the morning. Because remember, that's when we get the best downloads in the morning. So one thing that great divine will put in our spirit, brother or sister, young or old, that's really searching, the right things of life and not on no bull. That divine spirit comes at us in, early in the morning sometimes. Not always in the morning, but that's when you get the most fire. And just wanted to put a little encouragement out there, and like I say, positivity is free, negativity can cost you. So if you got positive energy and gifts within you, why not share it? And may Mother Nature protect us in our time of need. Always like to do this, call down that great protection from that great divine for ourselves, from ourselves, so we don't become our own worst enemy, and know who the real enemy is, and that's the enemy of the world. And it could be our own little battles we have in our personal lives, but things that are really dangerous, that's what we have to pay attention to, that old present. Because I've said a million times, you probably hear me say over and over again, what we do righteous in the present makes for a great future. And that's facts. Like I say, just look at those who are toxic and you see how their lives are going. So, what we do righteous in the present is more than just talk. Live it. That's why I wanted to get up and do this, in the times right when it's quiet, because these times, and I'm sure it's many of us that are divinely connected, reaching and teaching, that seek knowledge and explore. Their mind is always exploring, even if you don't speak, that great divine will come in the midnight hour and put thoughts in us, as well as those battles. But over time, you invest in divine spirituality, you connect to it, you're locked in, nothing can get in. It'll try, but nothing can get in. And that's a divine brother or sister. And I mean this, because I never thought that I'd be speaking and doing what I'm doing now. Are you kidding me? With some help along the way, via family, brothers and sisters in the world, brothers and sisters online. Because when you use those two things that we call ears, that great divine give us, man, we'll learn a lot, when we open to learn. So that's why I'm here right now, this early in the morning, a great download that great divine gives us, brother or sister, young or old. And I'm here to say, may Mother Nature protect us in our time of need, and protect male energy and feminine energy of brothers, melanated brothers and sisters. I want Mother Nature to protect us, protect our families, protect ourselves, and don't let us get caught up in the media world, in this very strong stronghold that this world, TV, and media via social media can have on you. Please study our psyche. You hear me talk about psyche on every podcast, if not every other podcast, because, as I said, why do, a lot of people know this question I'm going to ask, but why do so many teachers, real divine teachers, whether elders or could be older or younger, why we teach, why we pinpoint and study and focus so much in the inner gut, in the psyche, so it can help us become a better person, and like I say, and everything else will follow. Greater things, when you just start out with the right heart, that's all it takes. One little step, do your best, and Mother Nature will do the rest. We just flow with nature. Let nature take its course in our lives. Don't be anxious and overdoing things, and don't look for attention, and just be kind, and follow that great divine spirit. That's what a lot of us know right in our gut. We just don't pay attention to it. But thank God, the real God, for those who do pay attention to that God spirit within. Because if you melanated, you have it. It just depends on if you pay attention to it. And that's brother or sister. And again, I want to say it again. May Mother Nature protect us, protect feminine energy, and protect male energy in brothers and sisters, melanated, young and old, so we can be here to do, especially those that are reaching and teaching and putting an impact in this world. We're not going to, we are, even though it don't seem like it sometimes. There are those that lives that have been changed from listening to teachers. Remember, we learn from a teacher. You only feel good from a preacher, as I always say, depending on who the preacher is. But that's kind of dying out. Like all the little toxic things that those that evil ones that's out there, person, place, or thing. But most of the time, like I say, it's a person with an entity connected to them. But as we all can see, those that are aware and have been teaching and been on this walk for a long time, as we can see, those that have been living a toxic life, that building that I always talk about, that they have been building is beginning to what? Crumble, and a lot of us that have went through stuff and changed our lives and living today and standing firm, standing strong, is because Mother Nature is protecting us, whether we know it or not. And that God force, that Mother Nature help us nourish and cultivate inside our soul. Because just be thankful for elders, younger brothers and sisters, anybody in our families, anybody we're connected to in our circle. Just if they are connected to Mother Nature and have a God force within them, that's young brother or young sister or older brother and sister, be thankful. Just be thankful somebody just got sense overall, because you have to have sense to even be able to understand person, place, or thing. And those that pay attention to the cause, which is revolution and education and upliftment and knowing who we are. I know we hear that a lot, but it's until you get to that space and you see, brother or sister, young or old, you will see why we hear that so much. Because it's the most powerful thing one can do for oneself when they know that power that they have within. And it's not I know it sounds all cosmic, but when you live it, and you see results, like I say, look at those before us, that they didn't even have social media and exuded that great power. Many brothers and sisters before us that transition, some from almost back in the day still present today and have that power and have seen things way before social media and still here. And that's a blessing. Like I said on the podcast, I said about salute to the elders, brothers or sisters, those elders that are alive today. It's a blessing because, as we all know, this is I don't know how to explain it, crazy, weird times we're living in, maybe a little challenging, tough in some areas. So any elders, include myself, I'm an elder too, we are blessed to be alive in these times, to be able to teach these young folks, brother and sister, because there are those that do want to listen and grow, Unfortunately, there are those that's lost and stuck, All we can do is ask Mother Nature to protect them, and make them see and protect them in those dark times, in those times when we think we're all alone and no one's listening, What I always say throughout my podcast, since I started doing this channel, something you always hear me say, a great divine, Mother Nature, listens when no one else does. But we have to be strong and firm in this, and we have to know it in our soul, and stick to the cause and remember why we started this in the first place. That's what keeps me centered, and that's something else you hear me say a lot. We have to find a centering mechanism, to keep us stable, and keep our psyche right and stay on track, Like I say, that's what centers me. Everybody has to find their own centering mechanism. And I mean something righteous, not nothing bad or a bad habit or nothing like that. I'm talking about something that can take you away from bad habits, something that will help you, that help us, brother or sister, young or old, step into a new self and get rid of that old self. The time has come, as we all know, those that have been on this walk for a while. It comes a point in our time, amongst the times when we're happy and enjoying life, because we got to enjoy life too. But there comes a time in a brother or sister's life where shit get real, just to keep us on point sometimes, so stuff won't catch us off guard. So it's just something I had in my soul, and, stick to reading and stay learning and stay in them righteous circles as much as we possibly can. And I also want to call that protection from Mother Nature and that great divine for our wonderful righteous content creators out there, and call that protection on those in our family that's working hard and doing what they got to do, and help those that do want to get to a certain space but don't know how to. Mother Nature come in their lives and show them, give them direction, give them purpose. And it ain't always got to be speaking or music or all the the usual things that a lot of us melanated brothers can do, but anything that's good for humanity and good for yourself. Because if you treat yourself right and you respect yourself and you feel good about yourself, those you come in contact with, you'll give off that vibration. So that's why we keep good energy within ourselves, so those in our presence can feel it also, even when we're not even speaking. So that's why you hear a lot of us teachers study on that inside, that man. Because once we fix that man, because as I said a lot of times, we cannot begin to fight these wars on the outside if we can't even conquer the one on the inside. That's real talk. Been there, done that. So that was just, because life, especially in these times, life is something else. I mean, it could take a turn on you, man. That's why we study thyself and really pay attention. And we can get to the intelligence, and we can get to know more, and just gotta stay in there, because we don't know what's coming, but that great divine does. Some of us have experienced this. Those of us that have that God spirit within, that real God spirit, it's wonderful when we can finally get to a good place in our lives, when we can see things and we're following through on goals that we have set. That was a lesson for me, because I can admit I'm better at it now. But as I told my son on a podcast, not the one we did recently, but another one we did, and I talked about, I think it was knowing our purpose and divine intervention. I think it was on that one. And I told him how I used to procrastinate, and that was a pretty bad habit for me, procrastinating. But I've gotten better, at following through with things, because you feel better when you say you're gonna do something and you do it. Lead by example, especially if you have children. So I've learned that life is full of lessons, and we can learn many things. And that's brother, sister, young or old, we can learn many things if we're willing to learn. And that's another thing I want to call from Mother Nature, that great divine, that it just, drop some sense in some of us and make us see the bigger picture out here. And especially if we connected to people, I'm telling you, if you're off by yourself, I guess that's a different story, but I'm not, but even if you're by yourself, eventually you're going to have to go around people, because we are a social being. So, that's why we have to be careful what we are connected to, and and just be the righteous brother and sister we can possibly be. We'll see, just keep on living. That's all you got to see. Life is the best teacher. You'll hear me say that from time to time, because it has taught me. And as you'll hear me say many times, life don't give a damn how we feel. At the end of the day, Mother Nature is in control. That God force is in control, and that God force will prove that to us time and time again if we just keep on living. So that's why I say, when you hear me say sometimes, honor thy teacher, you honor yourself. Mother Nature is the best teacher. Father Time, life. So you honor Mother Nature. You don't think Mother Nature's gonna honor you, and put things in our path that we need and protect us and guide us, even those that probably are can't see. Mother Nature, that God force protects them too, but it's only gonna protect you for so long, because we all have that that God spirit within. Melanated brothers and sisters, you know, it's up to us to take that action and explore and step into the unknown so we can see it, you know, because we all have divine abilities. Melanated brothers and sisters, we all have it. Just some is aware of it, and some are not. You know, we all have different roads, different walks. But man, that tree is growing. I see it. You know, amongst the toxicity and those that don't know themselves and all that stuff, I've been there. It's a very strange place to be when you don't have a purpose. And this brother or sister, you know, young or old, if you don't have a purpose, especially if you're up in age and you get up in them 50s and like you just lost and you don't know your purpose and you don't know what you want to do, and you know you're not being productive. That's another thing. Being productive, it just, that's another thing that fills you with good energy when you have been productive. Because then when you take your chill time or you enjoy something, you know, when you earn your joy, it just feels better, you know. So, you know, like I said, productivity, make productivity your best friend. And we can draw that from Mother Nature, because Mother Nature is all about order and, you know, productivity, keeping things moving. You know, life and time waits for no man or woman, brother or sister. So why time keep going, time keeps on slipping, you know what I'm saying, into the future. So make the best of our Father Time, you know, and Father Time will make the best of us as well as Mother Nature, you know. Do wonderful things while we're here on this planet, you know, and it ain't all about getting attention and being known. Because remember, that great divine knows, and that great divine has the choice over all our lives, has to say overall. Mother Nature has to say overall. So that's why I'm calling down that protection from Mother Nature, that greater creator. Man, that it gives us what we need, and that it protects us. That force, Mother Nature, protects us in our times of need, when we need her, you know. And I know she will, you know, and that we stay strong, and that connection that some of us have created and build and strengthened, that we stay connected through our differences and see the bigger picture, and, you know, stick to this revolution and this cause. Because man, I don't care what it takes, I will withstand any toxic thing that try to come at me. You know, we, like a lot of us, come too far to get to where we are. And where are we at? A strong, firm, divine foundation that Mother Nature has set for a lot of us, for our families, ourselves, our children. You know, we just got to be in that space, you know. Can't think things are weird. Step into that unknown. Don't be afraid. Won't do nothing but make us better. That's all. Stronger and more powerful in our righteous spirituality. I always got to throw that righteous in there, you know, because a lot of times that's for myself, you know. I stay studying one psyche. I don't mess around with karma or dark shit, none of that, you know. I want to keep this positive energy. Why you think I'm up so early in the morning? You know, I speak when that great divine tells me to speak, you know. And again, when that force tells me to shut up, I shut up, you know, because that force wants us to listen sometimes. It teaches us patience and humbleness and sometimes meekness, but not soft, you know. So that's a few things I had. I had that protection spirit in me, and I just want those in my family, my children, my children's mothers, you know, like I said, my family, you know, my brothers, uncles, aunties, cousins, my sister, you know, those I have met, came across along the way, whether in the world or online. May Mother Nature, man, protect all of us, you know, when we need her in our time of need. If we get in a situation where we need that power from the higher force, just, man, protect the feminine energy and the male energy of our melanated brothers and sisters. So that's my thought. My spirit, my righteous spirit of protection that I call down from Mother Nature. One more time, protect us in our times of need. And I honor your family. I honor my family. I honor my children, their mothers, brothers and sisters all over the world. May you please keep that ultimate peace in your part of the world, wherever you are right now. And man, again, I call down that protection from Mother Nature, the greater creator, for ourselves, from ourselves, and also to protect us and guide us in our times of need. One, salute.